Imagine, just for a second, you're standing on a beach at sunset. The waves are gently rolling in, you've got that cool ocean breeze, and the water stretching out right in front of you looks perfectly calm. Totally serene, right? But the thing is, just beneath that peaceful surface lies a completely different, almost alien world. A pitch-black arena where massive hunters patrol the darkness, where creatures strike with unimaginable, lightning speed, and where every single day is just a brutal, never-ending battle for survival. In this explainer, we're diving deep into that suspenseful, unseen world to uncover the true, terrifying nature of the ocean's ultimate predators.
Think about this. 70% of our planet is covered by the ocean. 70%. Yet scientists estimate that a massive chunk of this underwater frontier remains entirely unexplored. It's this vast, shadowy void hiding creatures that honestly seem a lot less like animals and more like monsters pulled straight out of a sci-fi thriller. We're talking about predators that hunt with chillingly calculated intelligence, ones that pack deadly, paralyzing venom, and a few that are just so downright bizarre, their very existence kind of defies belief.
Section 1. The Ambush Assassins, Striking from Nowhere. Okay, so don't let its sleek, torpedo-shaped body fool you. The barracuda is absolutely lethal, and it's armed with these terrifying rows of razor-sharp teeth. But its real weapon? The element of total surprise. They'll wait entirely motionless in the water. Actually, motionless doesn't even do it justice. They are completely frozen, and then, out of nowhere, they just explode forward, hitting speeds of over 35 miles per hour. Underwater, that is insanely fast. Their teeth are so sharp they slice right through a fish in a fraction of a second. Imagine that. A single sudden flash of silver could literally be the very last thing an unsuspecting target ever sees.
Now, hidden down among the rocks and coral reefs, we've got the moray eel. With its snake-like body and that permanently open mouth, it already looks like pure nightmare fuel. But the real danger here is its secret biological weapon, pharyngeal jaws. That's right, inside the eel's mouth is a hidden, entirely separate second set of jaws. So when prey swims just a little too close, these inner jaws violently shoot out, latch onto the victim, and physically drag it deeper down into the eel's throat. It is such an alien-like, gruesome way to hunt, and once it grabs hold, escape is pretty much impossible.
Let's plunge a little deeper into the darkness. Imagine bumping into our next predator in the freezing, pitch-black depths. The Goblin Shark is this ancient terror that has totally earned its nickname, the living fossil. I mean, it's remained largely unchanged for millions of years. Picture this disturbing, deep-sea pale skin, a really bizarre, long, protruding snout, and an attack mechanism very similar to the eel we just talked about. When prey blunders by in the dark, the Goblin Shark's jaws literally unhinge and snap forward at blinding speed. It snatches up fish and squid long before they even realize they're being hunted. It's like a phantom from an ancient ocean, still stalking our modern seas.
Our final ambush predator kind of blurs the line between land and sea. Sure, it spends a lot of time near rivers and coastlines, but make no mistake, the saltwater crocodile is an ocean predator that demands absolute respect. We are talking about the largest living reptile on Earth. Some of these guys get over 20 feet long. They'll float perfectly, hauntingly still, and then bam, a sudden burst of speed. They grab their prey with the absolute strongest bite force ever measured, drag them below the surface, and execute this brutal maneuver called the death roll. It's this explosive, violent spinning attack, and I'll tell you right now, very few creatures ever survive it.
Section 2. The Toxic Traps. Deceptively Beautiful Poisoners. It might look incredibly beautiful, just floating gracefully along the ocean's surface and riding the wind, but trust me, appearances here are fatally deceptive. 100 feet. That is the length of the terrifying tentacles dragged by the Portuguese man-o-war. Beneath that colorful, balloon-like float, it's dragging massive tentacles absolutely loaded with thousands of venomous cells. It's essentially an invisible drifting minefield. The exact second anything touches them, powerful toxins get injected. Small fish are paralyzed instantly. And for us humans, we're talking extreme, agonizing pain and severe medical emergencies. It's living proof that you don't always need massive teeth to be deadly.
If you take away anything from this explainer, let it be this. In the ocean, size absolutely does not equal safety. Enter the Blue-Ringed Octopus. This is a creature small enough to fit right in the palm of your hand, but deadly enough to easily kill an adult human. When it feels threatened, these vivid, glowing blue rings suddenly appear all over its body. But that's not a light show, it's a final warning. Its venom rapidly attacks the nervous system, throwing the victim into total paralysis within mere minutes. And the most chilling part? There's currently no specific antidote, period. This tiny thing, smaller than a golf ball, is undisputedly one of the ocean's most dangerous assassins. Section 3. Titans of the Deep. Giant monsters battling in the dark.
For centuries, terrified sailors would tell these wild tales of enormous sea monsters dragging ships down into the abyss. Well, they weren't entirely myths. Down in the deepest depths, you have the giant squid, a 40-foot enigma armed with massive eyes built to see in near total pitch blackness and powerful tentacles lined with sharp, tooth-ringed suction cups. Its ultimate rival? The massive sperm whale. These giant mammals will hold their breath and dive more than a mile straight down specifically to hunt the giant squid. And we know this happens because scientists regularly find sperm whales covered in circular tentacle scars. It's physical proof of epic, violent Clash of the Titans battles happening in total darkness, miles below us, completely unseen by human eyes.
Section 4. The Apex Masterminds. Unstoppable, intelligent hunters. The garbage can of the sea. I mean, it sounds like kind of a funny, almost insulting nickname for a lethal hunter, right? But this title belongs to the dark-striped tiger shark, and it gets that name for a very scary reason. Its utterly fearless, entirely indiscriminate appetite. It will eat almost anything it bumps into. Fish, sea turtles, birds, even random, man-made inanimate objects that aren't food at all. They just patrol tropical waters with this silent, menacing confidence, relying on incredibly tuned senses. For the vast majority of marine animals, crossing paths with a tiger shark really only ends one way. Very few animals on Earth inspire that deep, instinctual, primal fear quite like the great white shark. Biologically speaking, it is the perfect predator. Powered by massive muscles, armed with rows upon rows of serrated teeth, it's ruled the oceans for millions of years. But you know what its most terrifying weapon actually is? It's not the bite. It's a sensory system so wildly advanced that a great white can detect the tiny, microscopic electrical signals produced by the beating hearts of living creatures. They literally sense your heartbeat. They use this to stalk unseen, often striking from directly below with such incredible, violent force that their massive bodies launch completely out of the water. They are the living, breathing symbols of power and precision.
So, with all these terrifying beasts out there, you have to wonder, what is the ocean's smartest killer? Well, the crown goes to the orca, also known as killer whales, though they're actually the largest members of the dolphin family. But what makes them so undeniably terrifying is their sheer intelligence and adaptability. Orcas don't just rely on brute, raw strength. They hunt using highly advanced teamwork and strategy. They'll literally swim together in formation to create massive, coordinated waves designed specifically to knock a seal right off a floating piece of ice. They plan complex attacks to isolate giant prey. Honestly, in the whole ocean, there is virtually no predator more highly effective or more calculatingly cold than a coordinated pod of orcas.
Section 5. The Unknown Shadows. The Fear of What's Out There.
As terrifying as all the creatures we've profiled in this explainer are, maybe the absolute most frightening predator of all is the one we just haven't met yet. Countless marine species remain completely unidentified, down in the deepest, most remote trenches of the ocean, under crushing, lethal pressure where the sunlight absolutely never reaches. Strange alien creatures are just continuing to evolve in total, absolute darkness. Every single time a deep-sea expedition launches, it brings back something completely new. It's a humbling reminder of how devastatingly little we truly know about our own home planet. The ocean's greatest, most lethal monsters may very well still be waiting for us down in the shadows.
I want you to consider this chilling reality for a moment. We have explored more of the moon's surface than we have the deepest parts of our own oceans. Our ocean is incredibly beautiful, yes, and it's endlessly fascinating, but it is also home to the absolute most terrifying, ruthless predators to ever exist on this earth. From highly coordinated pods of genius killer whales, to tiny glowing octopuses that carry incurable venom, to ancient alien-like sharks lurking in the abyss, these hunters are a dark, sobering reminder that just beneath those gentle rolling waves you see at the beach lies a world where survival is an unending battle, and down there, tomorrow is never, ever guaranteed.
Now, I've got a question for you. Out of everything we've looked at today, which of these ocean predators would you absolutely never, ever want to encounter? Let us know down in the comments. And hey, if you survived this dive into the deep, make sure to like and subscribe for more visual explainers just like this one. Thanks so much for joining me, and I'll catch you next time as we uncover the next great mystery. Keep exploring, but maybe, just stay out of the deep water.